Welcome back to TV5 News at 9. We are back with another edition of Ask the Sheriff. We have Sheriff Myron Green from Midland County in the studio with us this morning. How are you this morning, Sheriff?
I'm good.
It's great to have you back.
Good to be back.
Thank you. Okay, today we've got some tips for you to make sure you stay safe on the road. Sheriff, with the kids back in school, what should drivers really be aware of on their morning commute?
Well, there are several things that we want to bring attention to keep, our kids and other drivers safe. But first and foremost, school buses. They're out and about now.
Yes.
And drivers need to know that they need to stop whenever they see those flashing red lights. And they need to stop within a minimum of 20 feet away from the school bus.
That's good to know.
And then obviously the increase of foot traffic and bicycle traffic.
Yeah.
Drivers must yield to pedestrians at intersections and in crosswalks. And that also drivers must pass bicyclists with a minimum of a 3 feet cushion.
Oh, wow.
So that was recently enacted. And bicycles must follow the same rules of the road as motor vehicles do.
Oh, wow.
So they often forget that.
Yes.
And then there's some general safety, general driving safety ones. You want me to cover those?
Yeah, let's talk about, because we all need to know this. Those are great tips. A lot of those I didn't know about, and I'm sure they're just enacted, some of those you were just saying. Now, what about the important traffic laws that we all need to be aware of? Those are what you're about to talk about.
Right. There are some good ones that would seem like they're basic information, driver's ed 101, but a lot of people forget about them. But again, first and foremost, people need to put their phones down and focus on driving.
Yes.
That's a huge one.
Please don't text and drive.
Correct.
Oh my goodness.
But the other one that affects us, as first responders, is that drivers must slow down to 10 miles an hour below the speed limit and move over. When that law was first enacted, it was just a requirement that they had to move over.
Right.
But now they amended it so that they have to slow down to 10 miles an hour below whatever the speed limit is on that roadway.
That's good to know. Okay.
And then a couple of other ones that people forget about or don't know about. When you're turning left on a red light, you are allowed to do that when you're turning onto a one-way. So if you're turning onto a two-way road, you can't do it, but if it's a one-way, you can turn left on a red light. Just two more I got. And a lot of people love those people in front of them on the highway that won't get out of their way. If a highway has two lanes, the left lane is for passing, the right-hand lane is for driving.
Oh, so don't keep driving in that left lane.
Correct.
Can you get a ticket for that?
You can.
Oh.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. Oh, that's great.
Now, if you're on like I-75 where there's 3 lanes or more, then you can use any lane. But if those 2 lanes, you have to drive in the right-hand lane.
So you do not want to get a ticket, so that's a good tip. Okay.
And then one last most important one. Yes. Whenever there's power outages and intersections are dark and there's no power for the signals, you must treat it as a 4-way stop.
Okay.
So instead of going right through and wondering what to do, now you have to treat it as a 4-way stop.
So we had those storms this past week. Ooh, terrible storms. So anything else that we see those fallen trees in the roads with parts of Mid-Michigan even losing power? Anything else when that happens that we should be aware of? Sheriff?
Just drive safe and be aware and watch out for other drivers because you never know what they know or what they're going to do.
Yes.
So as long as you're a defensive driver and pay attention to what others are doing and, of course, yourself, then that should keep you safe.
And I love what you said earlier, anytime you just see a police officer working out there, just slow down anyway, right? I mean, that's just important.
And I did forget to mention that that law applies to service vehicles as well. So, fire, EMS, wreckers, and service vehicles. So.
Okay, we're going to switch gears here, have a little fun with you, Sheriff.
Good.
Okay, so we love to have fun. We're going to end on this. The last time you told us that you love to go antiquing, right? Okay, so I know you brought a picture of 2 of your finds with us. Tell us about them. Here they are. Oh my gosh.
There they are. Both of those are old antique coffee grinders from the 1880s.
Really?
And both of those I refinished.
Oh my
gosh. The red, black, and gold one, that one actually went to a coffee shop in Florida.
What?
And then the green and white one, which I kind of did like a Michigan State theme or a Starbucks theme.
Okay. I'll go Starbucks since I'm a Michigan Wolverine.
Yeah, same. But that one, too, went to some other state.
Those are amazing.
So, yeah.
You have a real little extra talent. So you have a job after you are sheriff.
I do,
right?
yes, and it's fun.
We love it. Well, thank you so much again for stopping by. We appreciate it. And if you'd like, those tips were perfect. We don't remember those all the time. Slow down, get off your phones, and please make sure, do not text and drive. Now it is your turn. If you have a question for the sheriff, send it to WNEM at WNEM.com or send it to our social media.